Hi guys, it's Eunice from Theory of Simple. Thanks for joining me today. Today's video is a little bit of a challenge. I'm challenging myself to see if I can take just $10 and make a cute little small entryway Halloween scene. So let's take a look and see how I did. I started off by going to the dollar store and just seeing what they actually had left in stock because I'm a little late coming to this party this year. But I still wanted to do a little bit of a Halloween scene, even though we're in the middle of remodeling and I have a very small entryway. But here are some of the things that I used for my $10 challenge. So I have some things right here, as you can see. I have just some chain that was a $1 package, so I used 2 of these. And there were a pair of handcuffs that were also there that we also used in this. Some little dollar store mini chalkboards, and I also had a larger chalkboard that I'm going to be using. I also used a pair of hands, which were $1, and as you can see here, my little plastic skull, which was also $1, and a spider webbing that was also $1. So those are the things that I used that I bought fresh from the dollar store. And then I picked up a few things from around my house that I also used to just kind of set up the scene. For example, I'm using this teapot warmer as part of my decor. And I found this black pot that had a plant in it. I will use it as well. And a wooden bowl that I used to put some fruit in. A small bottle of wine that was sitting on the shelf. Found these plate holders that have been sitting in a drawer. And even though I grew corn this year and it really didn't become a successful planting, these will come in handy as part of my decorations for Halloween. I also found this curly willow sitting in a pot, so I'm going to spray paint it dark brown. I didn't have any black spray paint, but this dark brown spray paint will work really well, and it will also make these curly willow pieces useful for another arrangement later. I put the spray painted curly willow in the pottery jar that I already had on hand. Because the wall where I'm setting this up has no power source, all the lighting that I'm using is going to be battery operated or USB rechargeable. So I've had a lot of things over the years that I've kept and reused, and one of them are these little fairy lights. As you can see here, these are old. I got these at the dollar store years ago, but I'm going to reuse them. And I also have this little light here that is a USB rechargeable light that has a remote control to it, so I can turn it on. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that actually. It's not showing up red there. There we go. I can turn it on. I can change the colors. And that allows me to use it in a couple scenes that I have in this little table in my entryway. Another light that I'm using in this scene is a wine bottle rechargeable light. So you'll see here that this is USB rechargeable. There is a little on or off switch. I had an existing mirror on the wall and added some Dollar Tree spider webbing and battery operated fairy lights. I also added some Dollar Tree plastic chain and handcuffs. To hang the chain on my glass top table, I simply used command strips. These command strips allow me to place these on my table without any damage and remove them later. Then I just covered up the hooks with the cheesecloth I found at the dollar store. Another dollar store find were these miniature chalkboards, and I even had a larger one that came in at $1 from the dollar store, and I'm simply using a Sharpie chalk paint marker to write on these, and this will make tags for my bottles of potions and my sign in the middle of my table. Here's where I'm using the USB rechargeable wine bottle lights. To set up the center here, I'm using a plate holder and a Dollar Tree frame that I had that had this image in it, and then adding my chalkboard art to the center. And this is where I set up my $1 skeleton hands in front of my centerpiece. And then I add the USB rechargeable puck lights in here. You can see that I put one inside of that tea warmer to give it a special effect. I also used a plastic Dollar Tree skull, and I'm just going to drill a little hole in the back of the head here so that I can put some fairy lights into this plastic skull. I also thought it would be fun to put a couple of little holes where the skull's eyes are so that the piercing light would come through these eye holes in the skull. So I'm drilling these out as well. A couple of years ago, I found these battery-operated fairy lights at the dollar store. They work on AAA batteries, so they're perfect for this because I don't have a power source at the wall for this display. I just feed all of the little fairy lights into the hole at the back of the skull, and then I'll be able to turn them on and get a nice little glow in the skull. I'll place my plastic skull in the wooden bowl that I had along with the corn cobs for my display. I had a book and some candle holders and some candles that I used. And there you have it, my $10 dollar store Halloween entry display. And at night, this will be a nice entry for the kids to see when they come for trick-or-treating. Thanks for watching my little entry video, and I hope you all have a safe and happy Halloween. It was really fun to create this little Halloween scene in my little entryway, and it was even more fun that I had a $10 challenge to do it with. So I hope you all enjoyed this little $10 Halloween scene and that you are able to take something from that and incorporate it into your little Halloween season. I hope you all have a safe and lovely Halloween. See you in the next video.